Hey, me, ouch. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I recently started a new town in Population Growing, the Animal Crossing game for the GameCube. It had been so long since I'd played it, I'd forgotten a lot about the game. It's definitely not perfect, but there's some things I wish had been kept in later Animal Crossing games. So today I wanted to chat about what I like and dislike about Animal Crossing for the GameCube. Let's start with something I like. I really like that there are all these special activities like washing Gracie's car, turning on the lighthouse during Tortimer's vacation, and the sports fair that happens in the summer. None of these really came back in later games, which I think is sad because I really like all of these. But even Wendell and Red, who do come back in other games in pretty much the same way, when they come to town in ACGC, it's just more exciting because you can ask Copper about events coming up and there's always something to look forward to. That really is what kept me playing for so long when I picked this game back up. It's just really nice. Now, something I don't like is the lack of variety in general in this game, which is understandable since it's the first in the series, but it's really noticeable in the ocean fish. During the winter season, there are literally two possible fish you can get in the ocean, and most of the time it's sea bass. It's really annoying. It made me remember why I hated sea bass so much as a kid, because in later games this isn't nearly half as bad as it is in this game. It's so bad in this game. But back to something I like. I really like the variety of quests that villagers can give you in this game. Sure, in New Leaf, there are quite a few different kinds of quests, like the time capsules and stuff, but I feel like you don't get special quests as often in New Leaf because there's no way to ask for them. Villagers just give them to you randomly. I like that in ACGC you can specifically ask villagers for quests. It's a separate thing in there when you talk to them. And sometimes they'll tell you to do stuff like bring them a ball or build a snowman next to their house, which are quests that are unique to that game, I think. And also in ACGC, there's quest chaining, where Rosie will ask you to get something from Dozer, who lent the opal, who lent it to Rolf, who lent it to Emerald, who lent it to Eloise. For some reason, it always ends in Eloise. Why does she always keep this stuff and not bring it back like she's supposed to? But yeah, some people don't like this, but I like how ridiculous it can get. You're just traveling all around town talking to all these animals. I sort of think it's funny and I like it. But the thing I like the least about this game is how fossil assessment works. It's honestly so stupid. Just like other games, there's 5 new fossils buried in town every day. But instead of getting Blathers to assess them, you have to send 5 letters to the Faraway Museum every day to get them assessed. And to make this worse, paper packs come in 4, so you always need more paper, or actually not, because the villagers are always giving you paper for quest rewards, which is also stupid. And to make it even worse, you get 3 letters back from the museum every day. So there's this huge backlog of fossils that they're just not sending you back, and it's so dumb. I'm sure this is better when you're playing with more people. Like when I was a kid, I played with my whole family, and my parents handled all the letter writing and stuff. I didn't have to worry about it because I couldn't read. But it's such a pain when you're playing by yourself, and I'm very, very glad that Blathers got his license to assess fossils by the time Wild World came out, because, oh my god, it's so bad in this game. But that's all I have time to talk about today. There's a few things I didn't mention, like the Game Boy Advance Island and the NES games that you can play in your house that also didn't come back in future installments of the series, but maybe I'll talk about them in a future episode or maybe in another video. But let me know what you like and dislike about the original Animal Crossing game if you've played it, or what you hope they'll bring back in Animal Crossing for the Switch. Oh, it's so exciting that that's coming out this year. But yeah, leave a comment if you want, and thanks for watching!